Joining me now is Fabrice Montagne. He's the Chief UK Economist at Barclays Investment Bank. Fabrice, good to see you. This time last night, Roger Bootle was sat there telling us that he thought the OBR was being overly pessimistic. What do you think?
Listen, we don't think so. Actually, now the OBR is in line with our forecast. I mean, we as well expect growth to slow in the coming years. It's not a massive slowdown, but it's just acknowledging the fact that growth will be lower than trend growth, which might be around 1.5. So we are in this camp of expecting, under trend growth. The real outlier is actually the Bank of England, who expects growth way above that level and above the consensus as well.
Yeah, so do you think the Bank of England are going to have to downgrade their forecast at some point?
At some point, somebody will have to revise their forecast. What is amazing in the British economy over the last 6 to 9 months is that data has come in with very little volatility. I mean, it's very difficult to make the distinction when you got a 0.3% quarter-on-quarter print or 0.4% quarter-on-quarter print, whether you're accelerating or decelerating. So I'm afraid we'll have to wait for maybe another 6 months to get a clearer view of where this is going. So, maybe, next year.
But of course, the consequence, if the Bank of England is being overly optimistic, then it suggests really they shouldn't have tightened interest rates last month.
That's the conclusion from OBR's forecast. I mean, in the forecast we have for the budget now, one of the most striking element is that inflation is below 2% in 2019. So in the world of the financial watchdog, we don't need an extra rate hike, while the Bank of England pretty much needs it. The difference here is the Bank of England expects growth above trend, so expects inflationary pressures to build up over the next 3 to 5 years, while the OBR doesn't. So that makes all the difference.
The problem for the Treasury, though, I mean, anecdotally, I was at a do last night with 1 or 2 people saying, well, we hear the Treasury thinks the OBR is being overly gloomy. They have no choice, though, but to affect that, to institute policies based on what the OBR is telling them.
Absolutely, and that's a healthy thing. I mean, fact is that given the uncertainty we currently are facing, and Brexit is one element of that uncertainty, but the productivity puzzle, as it has been highlighted, has been going on for 10 years, right, even before the referendum. So given this uncertainty, I think it's wiser, it's healthier to base your forecast on a cautious assumption. And I think the OBR is now in the right camp after having been, in the more optimistic camp for a while.
All right, Fabrice Montagne from Barclays Investment Bank. Got to leave it there, I'm afraid. Thanks very much for joining us. Good to see you.